The art of teaching is the art of assisting discovery. With teaching comes learning, educating yourself. Because we cannot teach what we do not know, or when we do not want to know. Educating yourself does not mean that you are ignorant, but intelligent enough to know that there is plenty enough to learn. Hello everyone, this is Teacher Levin, your DepEd TV Teacher Broadcaster for kindergarten. And today I will share with you some basics for digital distance learning. This includes the creation of video lessons in support for modular, online, or blended distance learning modality.
A few months ago, we were stricken by a worldwide health crisis. Schools and other establishments have been closed. Many lost their jobs, their careers, and their loved ones. Amidst this unprecedented pandemic, we also had an extraordinary opportunity to come together with our families, meditate our souls, and replenish our bodies from the tiring routines that we always do. This was a few months ago. With plenty of time at my disposal, I did what I always wanted to do: write songs for children. Using a green cloth I ordered online, our old stool, an almost empty container of cookies, and my overused camera, which I got second-hand from an online shop too, I was able to produce my first set of learning videos for kids, Alphabetong Filipino. Without knowing it, my learning videos rocketed me to where I am now, a DepEd TV Teacher Broadcaster. But what I would like to point out is, whatever equipment you are using, either the cheaper stuff you find online or the state-of-the-art gadgets in a studio, and wherever you are shooting your videos, either in the comfort of your own homes or once again in an already long-established studio, the important thing is, you have the passion with what you do, you have the motivation to learn more, and you have the willingness to share your talents and skills with your students. When we create our educational videos, we must remember to be compelling. Make a compelling reason for your audience or students to be engaged. In a normal classroom setup, we immediately see the responses of our students with what we are saying. We see on their faces the expressions of approval, understanding, or even confusion. We can also instantly intervene on the distractions in their learning by using positive classroom reinforcement and discipline. Some of these are using whistles, star rewards, creative claps, action songs, or simple yet strong words to awaken them during long hours of lecture. But when we teach using educational videos, we cannot immediately see the responses of our audience. We will just have to wait for the comments on our YouTube videos or Facebook posts. It feels good to receive positive comments, but students and parents are highly critical of the videos we create. We want to avoid seeing a screenshot of us on Facebook with many hurtful comments by bashers. And remember, our number one bashers are the parents of our students, because they only want the best learning possible for their children. So what we could do to prevent this to happen is make engaging videos for our students. We call this pakulok. You can wear a distinctive headband when you shoot your videos. You can make a tagline for yourself. These pakulos will be your branding. In my case, I have a tagline rhyming with my name. This will help your students remember you and be engaged with your lesson. Match your tagline with gestures accordingly and you're good to go.
Magandang araw sa inyong lahat, mga bata! Isang makulay na araw ang pagsasamahan natin ngayon. Ako si Teacher Levin, ang inyong guro sa kindergarten na malikhain at masayahin. Ako ang makakasama niyo araw-araw para turuan kayong magbasa, magbilang, maging malikhain, at mabubuting mag-aaral. Alam kong handang-handa na kayo, kaya tara na, sabay-sabay tayong matuto dito sa kindergarten!
Let us train ourselves physically, mentally, and emotionally. Our skill set includes our capacity to set up proper equipment and environment for shooting and the ability to edit or process videos for publishing. Our mindset includes the mastery of subject matter that we teach and the competence to transfer it to scripts for our videos. Our heart set is our readiness for the tasks ahead of us. Creating educational videos is a fun but tedious process. It may be beyond our teaching tasks in the old normal of education, but a crucial part now for the new normal in education. The question is, are you ready for this? We must be. Our to-know list in creating educational videos are our pupils, environment, equipment, lessons, and online etiquette. Know your students. Are you creating videos for elementary school pupils or high schoolers? The content of your videos depends on your audience. Remember, as I said a while ago, be engaging. Find a reason for your students to watch you. Think of a proper pakulo that will keep them hooked with your lesson. Children are easily distracted. That is why it is important to suit your content with the pupil's age group. For younger pupils, make it more playful, but for older students, make it look more serious but still captivating. We must renew interest every 10 seconds or so. When we browse through Facebook, we scroll too fast on our news feeds. But what makes us stop? What makes us open a link posted on Facebook? We stop when we see something that captures our interest. So fellow teachers, let us be the reason for our pupils to stop, listen, and learn. Let us be that person that they will look forward to every day to learn ABCs, world literature, or algebra. It will also help if we establish a personal connection with our pupils. If you think they love SpongeBob, then make your videos themed on the said character. If you think that they are hooked with K-drama, then go with Korean-themed educational videos. For synchronous learning, it is better to call out the names of our students once in a while during a video conference. This will help them feel that you recognize their presence and that you know each and every one of them. The environment is an aspect of great importance when creating your educational videos. Find a quiet place. We do not want barking dogs, crowing roosters, crying babies, or shouting delivery guys as background audios in your videos. Choose a simple, clean, and plain background. I used to love colorful backgrounds for my videos, but then I was advised by experts to use white instead because it will make students focus on you as a teacher and the content that you teach using your videos. If you find white too plain, I suggest you could also use yellow, as there is a study that it boosts memory. That is why we use yellow pads during our review back in college. But then, you can also opt to use a color of your choice, but with less contrast so as not to hurt the eyes of your students. If using chroma key, avoid too much animations. Remember, we would like the students to focus on you. The best visual aid is the teacher himself or herself. We would not like the students to watch the flying butterfly on your side that you placed as animation instead of focusing on the rules of grammar that you are trying to deliver. Editing videos take long hours. Facilitating synchronous learning could also mean long hours in our chair too. To avoid body pains, invest on tables and furniture that will keep your proper posture. A soft swivel chair and a leveled table would be enough to make you comfortable. I was diagnosed 10 years ago to have severe thoracolumbar dextroscoliosis. This makes me prone of intense upper body aches. So I would like to also share with you some simple yoga poses to stretch stiff muscles. I do this all the time, especially when I feel the tension rising up to my neck and twisting my lower back. You can try this at home, in the office, or anywhere you are at. Remember, self-care. Now let's talk about equipment. The gadgets that can be used for recording are cell phone or tablet with high-definition video quality, external memory card, tripod, selfie stick, laptop or desktop computer with internal or external web camera, DSLR or mirrorless camera. I am using a Fujifilm X-A2 mirrorless camera model. I personally love this camera because its screen could be flipped. That is why I see myself while recording my videos. It's a great help, especially when you do your videos alone, just like me. Just remember to shoot in horizontal or landscape mode. If you shoot in portrait mode, there will be 2 black empty spaces on each sides of your video, which of course we wouldn't like in our outputs. Place the camera at the same level with your eyes to avoid awkward angles of your face in the video. When using cell phones, use rear camera instead of front camera. The rear camera has much greater quality than the front cam. And also remember that video quality should not be lower than 1080 pixels so that your face and graphics would not be distorted on your video outputs. It is important to have proper lighting, especially when you are opting to use the chroma key or green screen effect. But even in a simple video, here are some artificial sources of lighting that we can use. First is the popular ring light. Not only does it illuminate your area, but it also makes your face beautiful on screen. It makes your skin clear, highlights your prominent facial features, and adds a circular glow on your eyes. To have equally distributed lighting, use a simple table lamp. Have 2 of these, one for your left and one for your right. This is highly recommended to achieve a clean green screen effect. I use them all. A ring light in front of me and 2 table lamps on each side. To avoid shadows on the background, remember to stand at least 5 feet away from the wall behind you. Shadows do not look nice on the videos, as you will see in my sample Milk 1 video later. It will also be hard to achieve the green screen effect when you have shadows behind you. You can also use natural light from the sun, but this could be unreliable. It is still better to have artificial light sources. Aside from proper lighting, it is also important to have clear, crisp audio and music on your videos. Here are some peripherals that you could use. The first one is a condenser microphone. This is popular to singers and vloggers as it is best in eliminating background noises. It also makes the voice pop out in a way that singers record their songs in the studio. The second is headset with microphone. This is popular to home-based ESL teachers and call center agents, as it is also effective in eliminating unwanted noises. I use a Plantronics headset in recording all my songs in YouTube. I got it in SM for 2,400. The next one is the head-worn microphone. This is nice for teachers who want to be like TV hosts on their educational videos. Since this is wireless and the mic is abruptly worn on the head, teachers can move more freely with their gestures. The last one is the usual earphones with mic that comes with our smartphones upon purchase. This is the cheapest but least recommended when recording videos. It could be static at times and the sound register is also low. Now we must also know how to turn lesson plans or modules into scripts. We would craft our scripts from the modules or lesson plans given to us. It must be very detailed. One page of script is equal to 1 minute running time of video. So if you would create a 25-minute video, a 25-page script is needed. Here are also some reminders for online etiquette that we could use on synchronous learning in our online and blended learning modalities. Use complete name as video conference username. Avoid using Jeje nicknames or only your first name. Be on time. Punctuality is respect. Be online at least 15 minutes before the actual start of your video conference. Mute your microphone when needed. Give time for your learners to share their own insights. While they are doing this, mute your mic to avoid pupils hearing unnecessary noises or comments from you. Remember, once we said something, we cannot take it back. In the normal classroom situation, we could easily turn our slip of the tongue into sweet conversations with our learners. But in video conferencing, parents may be recording you and everything you say, so be extra careful. Turn on video camera. It is one way to show respect and that you are not doing other things while someone is speaking. Do not overlap when someone is talking. If you have a question, comment, or point of clarification, just put it in the comments box and wait for your name to be called. Groom and dress appropriately. Others turn off their cameras when not groomed or dressed appropriately. But if we love our work and respect our co-workers and our pupils, we must show the professional side of ourselves even when we are just working at home. Our faces look different in the camera. Make sure to add a little more makeup than the usual. Make your eyebrows more defined and put a little color on your lips and cheeks. No screenshots or audio recording. I understand that we would like to document the meetings we attended or the online classes that we hold, but let's make sure that everyone is ready for the picture. You may be smiling on your screenshot, but others may have their eyes closed or their mouths opened in a weird way. So before we take a screenshot, let's announce it to the members of the video conference call first. Remind your learners of online etiquette too. Not all parents can guide their kids in the MDL, ODL, or blended learning modality setup. Chances are, while teachers are holding their online classes, pupils may have their favorite YouTube show on the other side of the screen. Others may play ML or Mobile Legends, or some may even engage in watching pornography. How could we control that? Remind the pupils of your rules for learning. You may not be together inside a normal classroom setup, but that doesn't mean that pupils could toy around with other things at home. At this point in time, we would go back to the first ever tip I gave you a while ago. Be compelling. Find a reason for your students to be engaged. To sum up, what we need to remember when creating our educational videos is the word greets, in which GR stands for greetings, I for information, D for details, and S for segue. Greeting. Make a standout greeting or tagline that will be your branding. This will help the pupils remember you. Information. Turn your modules or lesson plans into effective video scripts. Details. Make your video simple, clean, but fun and interesting for your learners. Segue. These are fillers, spills, and scripts that you would say or perform when something goes wrong, like internet connection failure and the such. Some sample editing software are Pinnacle Video Spin, Windows Movie Maker, Virtual Dub, Adobe After Effects, Adobe Premiere, Movie Storm, Avid Free DV, Wondershare Filmora, Power Director, and KineMaster. What I'm using right now is Pro Show Producer. It is easy even for beginners. It has a free audio library and is loaded with numerous effects too. I will show you a sample video for a full-blown lesson. It is based on Quarter 1 MELC 1 module created by Division of Bacoor City. I present to you Kindergarten 1.
Magandang araw! Kamusta? Ako si Teacher Levin. Sa araw na ito, tutulungan kitang maunawaan ang iyong sariling pag-uugali at damdamin. Kasabay nito, mauunawaan mo rin kung paano kontrolin ang sariling pag-uugali at damdamin na ito. Gumawa ng desisyon at magtagumpay sa iyong gawain. Halina sa kindergarten!
Pangangalaga sa sarili at katawan, pagtulong sa magulang sa gawaing tahanan, at pagiging responsableng mamamayan. Lahat yan dito matututunan. Kahit wala ka sa paaralan, marami pa ring kaalaman. Halina sa kindergarten, dito'y puno ng kasiyahan. Ano pa ang iyong iniintay? Isama mo na rin si nanay at tatay. Sa'yo'y aking alay, edukasyon at tagumpay.
Bago ang lahat, maglaro muna tayo.
Subukan natin. Pagmasdan ng mga larawan, alin sa kanila ang magkapareho? Gamit ang iyong hintuturo, pagdugtungin ang mga larawan na magkapareho.
Tingnan natin kung tama ang iyong mga sagot. Dahil sa iyong angking talino, ikaw ay bibigyan ko ng 3 stars! Lahat ng tao, bata man o nakatatanda, ay may pangalan. Ang pangalan ko ay Teacher Levin. Ikaw, ano ang pangalan mo? Mahalaga ang ating pangalan dahil dito tayo nakikilala. Espesyal ito dahil ibinigay ito sa atin ng ating magulang noong tayo ay isinilang. Halika, gumawa naman tayo ng sini. Upang may pagmalaki rin ang iyong pangalan, ikaw ay gagawa ng name tag na kagaya ng sa akin. Madali lang, tutulungan kita.
Tuklasin natin. Ang mga kailangan para sa name tag ay ang mga sumusunod. Lapis, marker, Crayola, o anumang panulat. Lumang cardboard, puncher,
Yarn. Gupitin lamang ang lumang cardboard sa kung gaano kalaki mo gustong maging ang iyong name tag. Gamit ang lapis, marker, Crayola, o anumang panulat, isulat mo ang iyong pangalan sa cardboard. Gamit ang puncher, butasan ang itaas ng cardboard. Lagyan ito ng yarn. Maaari mo ring dagdagan ng iba pang disenyo ang iyong name tag.
Ayan, ikaw ay may nitag na rin. Dahil sa iyong pagiging malikhain, ikaw ay bibigyan ko ng 3 stars!
Suriin natin. Ako si Michael de la Cruz. Mike ang tawag nila sa akin. Ako ay lalaki. 5 taong gulang na ako.
Gina Santos ang pangalan ko. Jean ang tawag nila sa akin. Babae ako. Ako ay 5 taong gulang.
Si Mike ay isang batang lalaki. Tingnan ang larawang ito. Sino sa kanila ang mga batang lalaki na kagaya ni Mike? Gina naman ay isang batang babae. Tingnan ang larawan na ito. Sino sa kanila ang mga batang babae na kagaya ni Gina? Dahil sa iyong angking talino, ikaw ay bibigyan ko ng 3 stars!
Pagyamanin natin.
Alalahanin, ang batang mabait ang siyang maraming kaibigan. Ang batang mabait ay rumerespeto sa pangalan ng iba. Sa kanilang mga gusto at gusto, maging sila man ay babae o lalaki. Huwag pagtatawanan o manumukso ng ibang bata dahil sa kanilang pangalan, itsura o gustong gawin. Hindi ba mas masaya ng maraming kaibigan?
Isagawa natin.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Malapit na ang aking kaarawan. Halika, samahan mo ako magdiwang. Ikaw, tuwing kailan mo pinagdiriwang ang iyong kaarawan? Sa kaarawan ko, gusto kong makatanggap ng isang aklat. Babasahin ko ito lagi para ako ay matuto. Ikaw, ano ang gusto mong matanggap sa iyong kaarawan? Sige, ibubulong natin kay nanay at kay tatay ang iyong hiling para sa iyong kaarawan. Pero sa ngayon, gumawa muna tayo ng isang simpleng birthday cake para sa iyong nalalapit na kaarawan.
Ang mga kailangan para sa iyong birthday cake ay ang mga sumusunod. Isang maliit na cupcake. Mga pangdisenyo kagaya ng maliliit na candy at tsokolate. Toothpicks. Ilagay sa isang malinis na plato ang cupcake. Lagyan ng mga disenyong candy at tsokolate ang iyong cupcake na naaayon sa gusto mo. Magtusok ng bilang ng toothpick na kapareho ng iyong edad. Ang ilalagay kong toothpick sa cupcake na ito ay 5. Bilangin natin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Mukhang napakasarap ng birthday cake na iyong ginawa. Dahil ikaw ay nakapaghanda ng sarili mong merienda, ikaw ay bibigyan ko ng 3 stars! Isang makabuluhang araw na naman ng pagkatuto ang nagdaan. Salamat sa iyong partisipasyon sa ating mga gawain. Muli, ako si Teacher Levin na nagpapaalala, kapag nagtanim ka ng kabutihan sa iyong puso, aaminin mo ang pagmamahal. Samahan mo ulit ako sa susunod na Kindergarten!
Pangangalaga sa sarili at katawan, pagtulong sa magulang sa gawaing tahanan, at pagiging responsableng mamamayan. Lahat yan dito matututunan. Kahit wala ka sa paaralan, marami pa ring kaalaman. Halina sa kindergarten, dito'y puno ng kasiyahan. Ano pa ang iyong iniintay? Isama mo na rin si nanay at tatay, sa'yo'y aking alay. Edukasyon at tagumpay.
This next sample is the kind of video that you could integrate in your lessons. I present to you Alphabetong Filipino.
Bawat letra sa ating alpabeto'y may tunog. Sumabay sa awit mo nang malaman mo. Tuklasin natin ngayon ang letrang A. Ang tunog ng A ay a, 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 a. A, 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 aso. A, a, araw. A, a, ahas. A, a, apa.
Halika, bigkasin natin muli.
A, 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 a. A, 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 a. A, 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 a. A, 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 a.
Letrang A.
Now this next sample is the kind of video that you could use in giving assignments to your learners. They will just follow the instructions shown in the video and will show you their outputs afterwards. I present to you Math Likhaing Kamay 1. These videos I have shown you are far from perfect. There are some mistakes from my videos that you should not do on your own videos. For the kindergarten video, I have shadows behind me. There were times that my hair was a bit messy. Some images or graphics are not clear. There was dead air during my art activities demo. It could be filled with more spills just not to make it boring. And when I say 3 stars, a magical sound effect could be added to make it more lively. Also, my voice was echoing. That was because I did not use any external microphone. I shot that video in an enclosed room. I also misspelled the word hinihintay with iniintay. For alphabetong Filipino, I misspelled Filipino with Pilipino. Light was not distributed, that's why green screen effect is not clear enough. And for Matlikhaing Kamay, voiceover could be added while drawing. Have your educational videos critiqued by your colleagues. It is better to have your colleagues comment and suggest for the improvement of your output instead of not allowing them to critique your work and find yourself being bashed by pupils and parents later on. If your colleagues did not comment or suggest ways for you to improve, then it just means that they are not concerned for you. You, as a person, not just a teacher, must accept mistakes because from them, you will learn. My fellow teachers, when we comment or suggest, let us make sure that it is done constructively. Positive criticism is different from bashing. When you tell me that I am ugly, that is bashing. But when you tell me that I could have improved the way I look by adding a little more makeup or changing my clothes, then thank you because it means that you are concerned with how I look in the educational videos that my students would watch. A while ago, we learned some basics in producing video lessons in support to teaching and learning under the Modular Distance Learning or the MDL, Online Distance Learning or the ODL, and the Blended Learning modality. Aside from the adequate equipment and environment needed to produce videos with high quality, we emphasized a while ago the word GRIDS, in which GR stands for greetings, I for information, D for details, and S for segue. Greeting: make a standout greeting or tagline that will be your branding. This will help the learners remember you. Information: turn your lesson plans into TV scripts. Details: make your video simple, clean, but fun and interesting for your learners. Segue: these are fillers, spills, and scripts that you would say or perform when something goes wrong, like internet connection failure and such. Now let us focus on the I of the grids, or turning your lesson plans or modules into scripts. Your script is your new Bible now in the new normal in education. As I mentioned earlier, one page of script is equal to 1 minute running time of your video. Now let us not fool ourselves by enlarging the font size of our words just to reach the 1 page per 1 minute requirement. We can follow these steps to write effective scripts for our video lessons. Make the first draft of your script. It must not take you more than half a day to produce a script for your lesson. Afterwards, have your script checked by experts. They will check for any errors in grammar, spelling, or content in your script. Checking of experts is crucial. This step must not be skipped. Everything on the script will be followed on the shoot. That is why it is important to have a well-written script. Checking of scripts must not be more than half a day too. Time is an important element in producing video lessons. If we want to have videos supplementing the learning of our pupils, we must work very fast. Revise your script based on the comments and suggestions of experts. Also, the technical team will check the script and decide if the graphics and animations can be made. If the graphics and animations you included in the script are too hard to create, then we can suggest easier alternatives. And if the graphics and animations will be made by you, there will be no problem at all. Remember, write an outline of the script first. Think about the purpose of your video, your target audience, and the values your video would bring to your audience. Modules based on the most essential learning competencies or MELCs are usually short and direct to the point. Now, it is our role to integrate the core values maka-Diyos, makatao, makakalikasan, at makabansa in our video lessons through creative scripts. The values may be easily integrated in stories, dialogues, or in simple reminders that we inject in our video lessons. These values must be integrated in all subjects in all grade levels. Not only would it make your scripts longer, but it would also make your video lessons more meaningful to the lives of your learners. Your script must employ a language your students understand. Make the tone simple and conversational. Be connected with your students. We want to assist the learners in learning a lesson, not add confusion to them. Be detailed with the sounds, visuals, graphics, and effects to be used. Do several script readings to measure the time, to make you comfortable with it, and to know where inflection and emphasis falls. Split into visual and audio parts. Make sure that what appears in the video column is aligned with what appears in the audio column. Include the OBB or the opening billboard and the CBB or closing billboard in your total running time. OBB may be your standard opening song, while your CBB must show the credits for the team behind the creation of the video lesson. Write the needed graphics in a detailed manner. This will help the video editor understand what you want your video lesson to look like. If you are the video editor yourself, writing the graphics in advance will also help you picture out the outcome of your video lesson. Write a catchy opening spiel that will include your branding. First impression lasts, so make sure your opening spiel is compelling enough to make your learners watch you over and over again. Include all members of your technical team in the credits section. This is your way of thanking them for all the help they extended for the production of your video lessons. Make your tone simple and conversational. On this part of my video, I am giving the pupils an overview of my lesson. But instead of saying, ang mga layunin ng ating aralin ay, I turn the lines into something more conversational, like this. Be creative. Make your video lesson playful. For my kindergarten, I added the fictional characters Pam and Sam to make the content more engaging. For hands-on activities like arts and experiments, include even the small details needed. Request permission when using stories written by another author. This is to avoid copyright issues. When adding animations to the illustrations, permission must also be secured from the illustrator of the book. Make sure to also put them in the credits section. Start strong, end strong. Partner your catchy opening spiel with an equally catchy closing spiel. Make your learners look forward to your next videos. Scripts are an essential pre-production and post-production document for video lessons. Creating video lessons is challenging, but remember, the ability to simultaneously perform as an individual and together with your colleagues is the key to attaining success. I would like to congratulate you in advance for this wonderful endeavor of yours, just to be more prepared and equipped in supplying the needed learning competencies for your students.
Isang masayang araw ng pagkatuto ang ating pinagsamahan. Ako si Teacher Levin.
Ako naman, si Sam.
At Pam!
Magkita-kita tayo ulit bukas dito lang sa Kindergarten. Paalam!
Thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to follow me on Facebook and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Bye!